Hello, welcome back to Mountaineer News 2. Today's video is my review of the 2025 Steelers draft hat. Now, if you've seen my previous video on draft hats, if you have not, you can go find it on my channel. I've been collecting the draft hats ever since the year 2018. And to continue that streak, I got the 2025 draft hat. Now, there are things that I like about the hat, and there's some things that I don't really like about the hat. But I can assure you that it is a popular hat. Now, I do have all the other draft hats, and I plan to make another ranking video of them, which will come out later today or tomorrow. I don't really know. So consider this review part 1 of my draft videos, as on the day before the draft, I'm going to make my first round predictions and who the Steelers are going to take. So, without further ado, let's get to the review. Alright, so time for my analysis. Now, at first glance, when you look at the hat, you can notice very quickly there are a little bit of differences that you probably noticed. But however, the template is mostly the same since the very beginning. And I noticed it's been a trend in most Steelers hats as of recent years. So the 2025 draft hat is adopting the similar tactic used by the draft hats from the year 2021 to 2023. And that is to have the name Pittsburgh Steelers on it. So you got Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on the bottom, and you have Steelers on the top. And the way it's sort of cropped makes it really look a bit unique. And of course, you got the Steelers logo in the middle, as per usual. Now, this hat did have a pin to it. Like, it had a pin of, like, one of the bridges in Pittsburgh, but I didn't get the pin with the hat, and instead just got the hat, because I wasn't really interested in the pin. But however, one of the most unique differences on this hat is if you look closely, you could take a look that there is like an olive branch, I believe it's an olive branch, on the rim of the hat. Now that is something that has not been done before on any draft hat. Usually this rim part is usually always pretty bare and pretty clean. But this time they decided to put olive branches, which really gives this hat a pretty unique distinction from the other draft hats that the Steelers have come out with and what the NFL has come out with. And it really does set this hat apart. And then when you combine it with big text of Steelers, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with the Steelers logo in the middle, and it's all, good proportion, you got yourself a pretty pleasant to look hat. Now, one of the issues with this hat has to be on the back. And the back is a bit of a letdown. So, if you can see the NFL shield, you're probably wondering what's wrong with it. Well, I've noticed that the majority of the Steelers draft hats always had the NFL shield in black and gold. This time, it's not in black and gold. It's in the regular NFL colors. And that's kind of disappointing because I really wanted the NFL logo in black and gold. And so then it could continue on with the theme. But it's going with the regular NFL shield. I mean, I'm fine with it, but I think it's a bit of a letdown from when they usually use black and gold. But I guess they're more focused on the front this time than on previous times. So looking on the inside of the hat, because of the olive branches on the hat, the stickers are on the inside of the hat. You got the New Era sticker, the on-field headwear. Now, I got the hat that the players would be wearing on draft day. I didn't waste my time with getting the the other type versions of this hat. I wanted the one that the players who are getting drafted are going to wear. And then you have the NFL hologram to show its authenticity. And on the inside of the hat, usually, sometimes, if you're lucky, they would always have a bit of an Easter egg inside the hat that you'll notice. Like the 2019 draft hat has the flag of Pittsburgh, or the 2020 draft hat has, like, the Steelers logo inside, and the 2018 one has steel curtain. As you can see, it's following the recent trend. There's nothing special inside the hat. Kind of disappointing, but the front does make it a little bit notable. You got the New Era logo on the side. And that's mostly the draft hat. Let me give you my final thoughts at the table. So in conclusion, what do I think of the 2025 draft hat? To me, I think it's a very solid hat. I think it's good, and I'm definitely going to wear it a lot next football season. And it will allow me to show and I think it's definitely one of the better Steelers hats to have come out in recent years. But however, it does lack a few key components that I liked in some of the older hats from the previous drafts. But I'm going to make more of that comparison in my next video. Overall, I think this hat definitely is a 7.5 out of 10. I'm definitely going to wear it a lot next football season. And I think it's a really good hat. Anywho, I'm Mountaineer News 2. And I'll see you all in my next video coming very soon.